Good morning, everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. For those of you that are building your business online, the month ends on Friday. So you've got the next 5 days to reach out and connect with the people that you can clearly identify as people that need the service that you provide, want the service that you provide, and in many cases there are going to be people that need the service you provide and don't realize that they need it. So you can proactively connect with the best prospects every day, the people you know that you're already connected to, and the people you want to know, because based on what they do and based on what you see, it's clear they need your help. And that's where our chameleon strategy comes in. The chameleon strategy is something I introduced years ago, back in the AOL days. It was actually the forerunner of what has been known, to what has come to be known as attraction marketing. Only it's a lot more productive. I mean, think about it for a minute. When you put a chameleon in grass, it turns green. The chameleon jumps on a wood deck, it loses the green, it becomes brown. It matches to its best ability its environment. So the chameleon strategy uses, again, attraction marketing principles, but we don't have to wait for people to find us. More important, we don't have to engage in a lot of expensive activities like buying leads, like spending a lot of money on search engine optimization so that when people are searching, they find your website. We can proactively go out, connect with people that we know in advance need what we have. So you have to ask yourself, does your profile match your ideal prospect? Are you the person your prospect wants to know? And so you change your profile to match who your ideal prospect is looking for. Like a chameleon. We want to be honest. We want to be ethical about it. We don't want to be deceptive. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to read some of these. Let's see. It says in the training on setting up your profile that you need to get rid of the numbers at the end of link. I'm not sure what you mean by that. You got 3 conversations we can take a look at. Karen, I enrolled 4 people so far this month. 1 from last week was from the Perfect Storm script. And, you know, Karen, there's... We're gonna take a look at that. We're gonna definitely take a look at that. Now, keep in mind that all week you have been for the last 90 days. You've been reaching out to people. We've been making contacts, and there's a lot of follow-up that you can engage in that will result in some closed sales. Now, for those of you that are in the retreat, let me for those of you that were in boot camp, we have a document, how to catch a corporate whale and bring them into your business. As I told everybody, we have an advanced, for those of you that participated in the retreat, we have an advanced how to catch a corporate whale document that dives into a lot more detail, the project launch script. I mean, it's easy to say to somebody, hey, I'm launching a project to help 3 people go to the top of my business in the next 90 days. That's in boot camp. In the retreat, we dive a little deeper. Now, anyone with any level of experience can recruit a whale into their business. And so can you. It really is easier than most people realize. Now, in our last retreat, I got this from Nancy a week later. Following the retreat, I signed up 16 customers in the first 24 hours after the retreat. 16 customers in the first 24 hours after this was not this past retreat, but the one that we did in the spring. In the first 5 days in April, she enrolled 41 customers and 1 business builder. Folks, it's all about talking to people. Tiana, in the April retreat, on Sunday, we ended on Saturday. On Sunday, she signed up 6 people. All right? You're all head down the same road. Andy Van Dyke came out of a retreat. She signed up a guy in her business. She met him on LinkedIn. He had 50,000 people in his former business. Now, I don't show you these to impress you. I show you these to impress upon you what you can be doing, what members of your team can be doing. And it's all about conversation. It's all about talking to people. Jacques connected with 2 whales, brought them into the business. They're bringing in other leaders. Jennifer got a congratulatory email from her company. Again, this is coming out of the spring retreat. I earned the April enroller promotion. All right? And this is all about, folks, conversation. Now, let me pull out of this for just a minute. And we're going to start jumping into some accounts, but I just want to let you know what's coming. So you have people out of the corporate world that are looking for something else to do. Stores like JCPenney, Pier 1, they're shutting down. And we're looking for not only store managers, but district managers. And then we have folks that are in network marketing that are also looking for other ways to make money. Now, there's an easy way to find these people, and there's an even easier way to communicate with these folks. And so we're giving you specific scripts to follow, specific questions to follow that will result in getting enough information from the other person to know whether or not you want to continue. What do you say to someone that says, I don't like pyramids? And Karen had someone last week that she'd been talking to that basically came back and said, I'm going to pass it this time. After doing some online research, I don't feel confident moving forward at this time. And so, Karen, what I've done is I'm going to try to find some time to reach out to you. My schedule today is beyond jammed. But his last message, after we went and we crafted the response that we came up with, and it was man, it was a textbook, and we're going to give all of you, where was it here? So basically what happened was, said, hey, you know, I'm not feeling 100% confident, right? Well, if we look after, all right, we came up with a response to that. All right, and as a result of the response, you got this message. I'm definitely still thinking about it as I understand the concept well. I just know that it needs my full commitment to make it work. And we're going to react to that. Because while it does, for him to go to the top of the business and replace his income from before, yes, it's going to take his full-time commitment. However, there are certain things that he's still thinking about it. So he needs to add some more information to make the process easier for him to get involved, to be more enthusiastic. We're going to make some suggestions. We're going to make a number of suggestions. Number one, we're not talking about a lot of time. He needs more information. So we're going to suggest, A, that we schedule some time, again, for him to learn more about the business, more about the company. Let's get him on the phone with Ed, okay? He's in the information gathering stage. It might even be worthwhile for him to sign up as a customer and just put himself through the process that all of his people are going to go through so he can feel good about it. Okay? In addition to that, we also want to remind him that in addition to the people that he knows and he's connected with that would also clearly be interested in what he needs, there are going to be other people in his field that he doesn't know that would be just as easy to reach out to and connect with off of LinkedIn, people that he doesn't know. In some cases, some of these people that he doesn't know because of his background could be just as eager to join him in the business as those other people. So these are all the things that we're going to add in the message to him. And we'll also make a little comment about his son. Okay, and I thought I was seeing double. And, so inadvertently you reached out to his son, and what's the deal? So how is his son being affected? He's lost his job, but how does that affect his son? So those are all the things that we're going to look at. So first, before we jump into that, let me flip over here. And I'm going to pop over here. Let me unmute Carmine, because I was just in a coaching session with Carmine, and we've got an issue that we're going to deal with. Then we're going to jump into Daniel's account, get his questions answered. All right. Okay, so let's pop over here. Okay, I'm going to unmute Carmine.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Okay, so Carmine is in the process right now of reaching out to people, identifying folks that he, wants to talk to, and distinguishing them from the people that he doesn't. And now here, this is something that just came in this morning. What are you currently doing? Oh, is this one of the people we just sent this? Oh, yeah, okay. We just sent this out to the guy. So he wrote back, currently unemployed, looking forward to starting my master's program in the fall. Okay. So remember, when we're having a conversation with somebody, first thing you want to know about somebody is what do they do? Right? So he's unemployed. And looking forward to starting my master's program in the fall. What is he going to be studying? Ask yourself these questions. Currently unemployed. How long has it been since you worked? What kind of job are you looking for? Looking forward to starting my master's program in the fall. What are you going to be studying? Why are you looking to pursue a master's degree? Now, where do we want to take that conversation? Well, many of the college students that you work with, or many of the professionals pursuing degrees, are all generating income on the internet to pay for their education. What experience you have with network marketing. There's all kinds of ways to bring up the subject of what you do. Of course, the question is, where is the need? All right, where is the need? We're looking for people that clearly have a need. So he has one. So let's just hit him with an answer. Just to currently unemployed, but looking forward to starting my master's program in the fall. Okay, so and by the way, one of the things that you can do, and we have it in the document. We have this in the document. We have all kinds of images that you're going to be able to use to share with people, to get them thinking. And I didn't like the way some of these older images appeared, so I'm redoing some of them. 82% of women in the United States make $100,000 a year or more, did it through a home-based business. Some of these images that are on here are old. And you can use Google Images to search for these and basically get them yourself. So in this fella's case, let's come down here and let's find something. Well, we could pull this one up. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Copy that. Come back over here. Let's just paste that in there. Okay? I just shared that with a few friends. Hope you like it. All right, so now the question is, keep it simple. I'm looking forward to starting my, what are you studying? The job market is these with so many people being laid off. from their jobs. Okay, now, how long have you been unemployed? Now, we have all kinds of questions we could have asked them, like master's degree, what are you studying? But your initial questions should be based on income. Based on income. What are you doing? What are you doing to earn a living? Now, if we're looking for new prospects, you go over here to Google and let's do a search for retail stores closing. Retail stores in Canada closing. All right, a wave of stores closures to hit Canada. Now, I haven't heard of these stores. So there's something called Frank and Oak. All right. Aldo's. And a lot of independent realtor, national chains shutting down. Now these are the ones you want to pursue. National chains are filed for bankruptcy. All right, so let's look for you got Lowell, whatever that is. You got Frank and Oak. Has 20 stores, closing 17 of them. They're closing 13 of their 16 stores. All right, so let's look at LOLE. So we come back over here to LinkedIn. All right, we'll come up here and we'll do LOLE. And you've got 2,900 people that work for this company. Now, you have this person manages a store. This person's a senior manager at the store. This person is outside your network. Experienced sales manager. Okay, now look at this. And she may have already gotten a job. All right, so she previously was a manager. She's not doing that anymore. Now she's doing this. Doesn't mean you don't want to connect with her, but clearly, and let's just take a moment. Now look up at the top at her URL. She hasn't done anything with that. Next, let's look at contact information, and you can see, well, you can see her birthday, you can see her email address, so she's sharp, as far as that's concerned. All right. So this is where you go to connect with people that clearly have the need. So you look at the profile to figure, all right, she worked at that store, but she's not working there anymore. So she's a certified yoga instructor. And here, she used to be at Lowell. She's seeking employment in social media, marketing, and fashion. you're looking for the people that are out of work. You're looking for the people that clearly have the immediate need. Okay? All right, now let me pop out of your account and let's jump into Daniel's account. Daniel, what's the email address that we use to log into your LinkedIn?
Daniel J. Precopio.
Here we go. All right, so now what was the number you're talking about?
You said in the URL there was...
Yeah. Up here. Right. Okay. So what you do is we come over to... Really what you need to do is you need to go to your settings. And so in your settings, see how your profile appears to other people. So we come over here, and right up here at the top, you got that little pencil.
Okay.
So we get rid of the dashes. We get rid of the numbers. Then we come down. We want to make sure that everything's public here.
Right.
So they've updated your settings, so now you're going to be more visible. We want to make sure all of these are turned on. Now, we'll come back over to LinkedIn. And who can see your email address? Anyone. And let's just come down to one other thing. Profile visibility off LinkedIn. Yes. Profile options. Yes. You want to make sure that people can see you. And of course, the best part is you want people to be able to see. Right now, the default setting is your connection. So you can leave yourself logged on, stay logged on, and there'll always be that little green button next to people. So let's see, 3 conversations. Let's look at Wanda. We're talking about Wanda Willoughby.
Yep.
Okay, so she's a copper associate at K Metals. All right, and so the woman, first and foremost, is not very active. Zervita is, and she's been doing this for 4 months, and she says she's been doing Zervita for 11 years. Now, Zervita, they're having some issues, okay? And the question, of course, network marketing. So let's come back over here and let's see. Okay, so I recently became a member. Over the years, I tried several network marketing businesses that were absolutely not successful.
Yeah, she had originally reached out to me first.
Okay. Well, YTB Travel, boy, she really knows how to pick winners. Okay, so now basically she's telling you about her network marketing background. Now you don't want to get into a conversation with somebody about that's trying to sell you something.
Right.
Okay, what you want to do is you want to find out about them. and you did a really good job here. What are the companies? Okay. Okay. What do you do full time? Semi-retired. Sometimes work as an attendant. Okay. Well, for one thing, if you look at her profile, when she says she needs all the help she can get, I'm not gonna.
She does, obviously.
Yeah, right. But see, the thing is, here's the deal. You're talking to somebody. Let's go back to the conversation. Okay, you're talking to somebody. Let's come back up to the top. You never want to get into a discussion with somebody about what they're trying to sell you. You do what we call the sidestep. Hey, really, it's really nice. What else do you do? Now, you did a great job here, so she's reaching out to you. Now, so what companies did you work with in the past? She told you. And what prompted you to become a network marketer? Now, and this wasn't a bad question, but there was a better question. See, you want to know, now, she gave you a whole list of companies. So why weren't you successful in any of these companies? What was it that kept you from, well, YTB, they had trouble with the government. Scentsy, Mary Kay, Avon, Zervita, they're having their own issues. So, there's all kind, but the question is why? Why aren't you having success? And clearly, one of the reasons that she's not having success is, clearly LinkedIn can't possibly be working for her. So, now notice though, she never asks you about you.
I know.
Okay? So it's not important to ask about you. It's not important for you to talk about yourself. As a matter of fact, don't talk about yourself. Everything that a person wants to know is on their profile. It's on your profile. So, and see, it looks like you've been searching a bit to find a good fit. Again, I would have asked, why weren't you successful? And none of this other stuff is really necessary. Okay? So, I know that network marketing can be good and profitable. You just need to find the right people to join. No, it's more than that. So are you doing it full-time, part-time? Okay, what are you doing? I am semi-retired. All right, I'm semi-retired. All right. So now, if you're how long have you been semi-retired? Semi-retired from what? What did you do to earn a living before you retired? What does semi-retired mean? Semi-retired means you stop doing something, but you still have to work because your retirement income isn't enough to support you. So what you really need to find out is, well, what did you do? What kind of work did you do before you retired? See, all you have to do is study each answer that you get. And again, the questions come out of here. So, for example, how long have you been retired? What did you do before you were retired? Now, I work as an attendant in model homes. So, what does that entail? What does that entail? See, are you happy with the money you're making? It's not a bad question. It's on the list. But as you'll hear me repeatedly say, the answer, if you want to keep the conversation going in a natural flow, and I'm going to specifically bring up this is what you're all in the process of mastering. It's called the Socratic method of selling. It's a method of teaching or discussion used by Socrates in ancient Greece, in which one asks a series of easily answered questions to your prospect that inevitably leads them to the logical conclusion that they need what you're selling. So we respect your prospect, we help your prospect think, and we help your prospect make decisions. And the effective way to do it is to follow the conversation. Every time they study the answer that you get. Okay? See, that was always been one of my goals. Your goals don't matter. Nothing about you matters. So are you happy with the money you're making with them? And I started in April. I've already been able to see a return. Not as much as I'd like to see, but it's a good start. All right. I only got 45 contacts, and I sent my information to them. Now, again, see, what you're talking about here, this is your agenda. On LinkedIn, you have lots of opportunities to expand your base. Many people are having tremendous success. I've been having a lot of fun. How much money would you need? All right? You're talking about her business, and you don't want to talk about her business. Okay? You want to talk about her. And you want to talk about her away from what she's trying to market and promote, which is whatever the name of that company is. You want to find out about her. So, okay, so she gave you this, and this was Thursday. So she's active now. So come over here, we'll hit her with a GIF. Good morning. Here we go. We'll say good morning. I hope you had a nice weekend. Okay, now the question is, I meant to ask you, last time, what kind of work did you do before you retired? Keep the conversation on her, learn about her, and I got to tell you something, the more you learn about her, let me ask you a question. Have you ever hired anybody? You ever been in a position where you hired people?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So this is what you want to look at. You want to approach this whole process. You want to hire, you want to bring somebody into your business to work with you, but man, you want somebody that can hit the ground running. You want somebody that's got a track record of success if you could find them. All right?
Absolutely, yes.
Now, on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the type of person you're looking for, and if you had to give her a number, what kind of a number would you give her?
I'd probably give her a 2 or a 3. Maybe.
Okay, exactly. And so what's going to happen, and you all, folks, please pay it, the more you get into this, the more obvious it's going to be. Now, we watched Carol closed 8 out of the 10 people she talked to. Why? Because as she's talking to people, she's learning enough about them to know, I'm not going to talk to this person anymore. I'm going to keep working with the people that I have identified clearly. Not only can they use what I have, they need what I have, and when they jump into my business, they're going to be able to take off because they've got connections, because they have. So exactly, Michael, you're doing a lot of disqualifying. Now, you're not necessarily ruling them out, and don't worry about losing track of people. But yeah, you're disqualifying people. You want the folks that are obvious. You like the folks that you want the best possible people, and the best part about this is you have so many choices. It's not like you're on a desert island and you've got a small number of people to talk to. So if we were looking for opportunity, on LinkedIn, there are roughly 944,000 people that are looking for an opportunity. We come over here looking for opportunities. There's 1.3 million that are looking. We come up here and we do a search for people that work in stores. Let's look at Starbucks. Because Starbucks is closing a whole bunch of stores. There's 396,000 people on Starbucks that are going to be looking for new jobs. We come up here, now we could do a store. Let's just do manager. How many Starbucks managers? There's 178,000 managers. Now, some of these people are still managers, some of them aren't. How about district managers? A district manager, it's 25,000 district managers at Starbucks. So these people are clearly have a larger circle of influence. So the question, how do you figure out which one of those are looking for an opportunity? Well, there's a couple of ways you can do that. Number one, if you did a search on LinkedIn, on Google, and we go over here and let's do Starbucks stores closing in 2020. Will your local Starbucks close? It's going to close 400 stores. Where? Okay? So you come down here and we want to find the stores. And you can find it. You can get a list of the stores the Starbucks stores that are closing. You find people in that area. Okay, it's really it's so simple. And again, when we're talking to these people, we want to be talking to people that clearly need what you have. And that's the deal. So if you are looking to work with somebody that needs what you have, the key is to know who you're looking for. And let me bring up, because we talk about this in boot camp. Now, how did Clyde, he made a post and he enrolled he talked to all 55 people and he signed up 5. How did that happen? Because he qualified the people that he was talking to. So let's come down here. Whoops. So you can tell just by looking at someone's profile and their daily activity that they're a great prospect for your business. So trying to connect with strangers won't be disappointing. You don't have to cross my fingers and hope. The more familiar you get with this, the more obvious it is who you want to talk to. Knowing in advance that someone's a perfect prospect for what you're selling and developing a relationship with them before you even talk about your business is going to result in more sales, in more signups. So the key to success in your business on LinkedIn and Facebook is to first realize that a certain percentage of the people on them are predisposed, eager, ready and willing to talk to you, buy your products, or get into business with you. They will buy whatever you're selling. But if you're talking to unqualified prospects, you're wasting your time, your conversations will go nowhere. If you're talking to qualified prospects, you know they need what you have. You know they need what you have. But they're not qualified. If you ask the wrong questions, you could be talking to 20 people a day and never make a sale. They're not qualified. Filter the qualified prospects by asking the right questions. And you will talk to fewer people and you'll close more sales. If you know in advance that someone's a perfect prospect for what you're selling by the contents of their profile and you develop a relationship with them before you talk about your business, again, you will sell to more people and build whatever business you're trying to build faster. Instead of wasting time reaching out to a bunch of people who will never buy your products, there are simple ways to find and simple ways to identify the people, attracting the people who want to buy your products before they're contacted by your competitors and they buy from them instead. When you know who is in your target market, they are easier to find on LinkedIn. Knowing your target audience and understanding who you want to talk to will determine who you're searching for, how you'll engage them, so you'll increase the number of people you can talk to every day. But the most important part is you're not going to waste your time and you're going to close more sales. Quality